All right, so I want to share a couple of new GoGuardian features here that they've kind of just released. I'm not going to go over anything that's a little bit older. That will be for a separate video. One of the first things is this make announcement thing. So if I click on this, it's different than chat, right? Like I don't have to turn on the chat or anything, and I'm not talking to students. Usually the chat is kind of like hidden off here in the window, but this is something that pops up on their screen. And I could choose if I want to send it to all students or if I want to send it to just a few students. So I'll send it just to Asher here, and maybe I'll say hello. I'll make that announcement, and you'll see on his screen he got that. And then after he's read it, he could press got it. So that's a nice way if you need to get the student's attention or, yeah, don't want to interrupt class. That's one way of doing it. Um, Another thing is before, if you saw a student was off task, maybe playing a game or anything, and that you couldn't get them back onto the tab you want them to focus on, uh, you always had to like just close that tab, but then it would just go to the next tab. So it's not possible, or it wasn't possible to like say, hey, go to this tab. But there's a couple of things that I could do now. So if I'm on this student right here, I can go to actions and I could choose to make this tab active, which means that's the one that goes on the front there. But he just went off and decided, oh, I'm not going to be on that tab. Well, the other option I have is this active and make active and focus. When we do make active and focus, that takes them to this tab and they cannot open up any other tabs right now or change out of this tab. So they are locked in on this tab right here. And then I can turn focus off so that he is able to do that. So like, that's a really cool thing right there. Um, there's check-ins as well, which I don't think we've really talked about before. But you could start a check-in if you wanted to start it at the beginning of your class. You just do this check-in right here. There's a couple of different emojis right there. Once you see the response, then you can do whatever you need to do with that. So if you wanted to go check in with that student and just talk to them before you start class. But I did want to show those really cool things of just making an announcement to appear on the screen and especially of that focus mode.